Welcome to Matt Bajerski YouTube channel. What an exciting day to talk about a wonderful, wonderful subject. The subject of natural healing oils. And today is a very special day for me, actually. It's been, I guess, a long time coming. We're going to talk about abundance oil today out of all the oils that I have and that I've worked with over a number of years. This particular oil, abundance oil, was, I believe, my either second or third. I can't remember. It's been so long ago when I started. So I couldn't tell you exactly, but it was either two or three. My first oil was healing oil. But thereafter, I realized that I needed a very, very powerful cleansing oil, and then I needed an abundance oil. So I guess it's good to start at the subject of abundance. What is abundance? Most people would see as wealth, having a nice house, a car. I see abundance slightly different. And I always used to say to my clients, if you have inner peace, you have to have everything else. It's impossible to have inner peace and have issues in your life. So inner peace was something really connected to abundance to me. I don't know why, but it was. So whenever I mention abundance, it's always in my mind, inner peace. And I guess the main reason why was because when my clients got up off the healing bed, they used to say the word peace. I feel peaceful. I feel like I've got inner peace. That was something that was said. If I had €1 for every time a client said that, I'd be a millionaire. No, I'm kidding. You know what I mean? It was like, wow, there's something in this inner peace. So whenever I think of the word abundance, I always couple it with inner peace. Now, so the first moment of thinking to myself, I need to make an abundance oil was when clients were saying that things weren't going well in their life. And I'd like, what do you mean? Well, everything's going wrong. So it wasn't particularly about a job per se, but it could be many things, just bad luck. Okay, so what is good luck? What's bad luck? It's not reference to money or things. It's just things aren't going well. So the healing oil was predominantly about healing people on more of a physical level. The cleansing oil was cleansing people of negative energy, and the abundance oil was really about to try and help their path become more beautiful, more abundant, right? Do you get my meaning now? Abundant, not wealth, not money. However, there is something in that. Because if you can give your client that feeling of inner peace, you create an energy around that client that people are drawn to instantly. So many of my clients would say after I rubbed the abundance oil on, let's say, their third eye, I used to use it, let me think. I used to use it on the throat, third eye. Reason why is because I wanted to clear the mind. Throat, I wanted to help them open up and speak their truth. Because sometimes if we don't, we end up with a dark energy around our throat and we can get throat issues and so on. But back of the, I have a little ritual. And if you know who I am, if I've ever done a live healing session with you guys, you might have seen me do it. I take whichever oil I'm drawn to at the time and I'll rub it on my third eye. And that is to help me see the truth of whatever I'm looking into. I rub it on the back of my ears to help me hear the truth, to open up my ears so I can become more heightenedly aware with my senses. And I rub it on my throat, help me speak the truth. Don't be frightened of speaking your truth, but help me speak it in a way that is healing and not fearful. And I rub it on my heart. And I often say, help me feel the truth, because the heart is really where the feeling comes from, where we feel the consciousness. It's not really feeling, it's consciousness giving you information. It feels like you're feeling it, but it's your consciousness speaking to you, so you become more connected to the consciousness, and it feels like a feeling, but it's actually you speaking. It gets a bit deep, but anyway, we're talking about abundance oil today. So it started with clients struggling, and I sat down and meditated for a couple of months, and I kept using my cleansing oil, and that worked really well for clearing a lot of stuff. Healing oil helped them feel better after having physical issues, but I was still preparing myself to create this oil to bring in this inner peace and to make their path easier to walk. So I tried about 50 different oils. I'd already got my base oil ready, and I'd started adding the healing oil and the cleansing oil into it. So I've got a good base of oils already in there, which are doing amazing work. But now I wanted to add the vital part, the most of the oils. And over time, it was a little bit of, if I remember rightly, a little bit of sage, and beautiful sage, a little bit of frankincense, and maybe a few other little things. But the main property is something that I wanted to have this overwhelming feeling of peace, relaxation, to be able to bring forward this energy of abundance. And I always felt drawn to one particular smell with these oils, that whenever I went for a massage, which was very rare, but whenever I did, they would ask me, which would you like? Lemongrass, this, that, and I'd always go for ylang ylang, or lang lang, however it's pronounced. It's beautiful, beautiful smell. And one day I meditated and I held a bottle in my hand, and I tried to speak to, the universe, and it was a resounding yes. So from that moment on, my abundance oil was created. So this was many, many years ago. Ever since, I top up, and I top up with predominantly ylang ylang from different sources over the years. I'm very happy with the French company that I use now. I was meditating a few weeks ago, and we were nearly ready to create the next batch, so the next mix, in with the oil that I already have, because the oil that I have is from age 38 years old, and I'm now 54. So the oil is only topped up, so it never goes off. It for some reason never, because I use energy healing with it, and it's in this room. So I renew it, and it doesn't all. It goes down maybe to about that much in the jar that is this big, and then I renew it again and put more energy work into it. So a couple of 3 weeks ago, I was about to get the little oils that I use, little bottles here and there, and put them in, which I could show you, but do I want? Anyway, so I've got quite a lot of bottles of sage oils, which is from the Alpujarras, which I really love. So I would put maybe, I don't know, 20 or 30 of them into this huge jar I've got, and some beautiful frankincense. And I would have done all that, but there was something happened when I got the ylang ylang, and it came back as a memory, as a thought. And just as I was about to do the work, I was pulled back. So I sat down and I started meditating again. And to my surprise, I couldn't put any more ylang ylang in. I was told to stop. And as I meditated, I clearly saw a movement of something swinging. I'm like, what's that? And then I thought, that's a Catholic church. And then I thought, okay, now I get it. I'm being asked to use frankincense. So I started doing a little bit more studying and homework on the frankincense. And you probably already know I've used frankincense for many years, but it's something that I find really interesting. And it's used more and more in my oils. So frankincense, if you don't know about frankincense, I kind of the work that I listen. I'm not an expert, but I do sell frankincense sticks, and I always try to get the best quality. Now, interestingly enough, when I started walking the path of frankincense, I used to read for quite a few Catholics, priests, and I used to ask them about frankincense. What is the meaning of frankincense? And it's quite fascinating. And I said I did a bit of studying. I remember speaking to one guy from Ireland who was a priest, and I asked him about frankincense. And I said, "Is it true?" Because if you go on Wikipedia and I don't know any platform and type in what do Catholics use, where do they get their frankincense from? I don't know if it's changed, but it used to read, I think, Africa. So, and anyway, I mentioned it and there was a smile. And I didn't really get too involved in the conversation, but one thing that was a snigger or a little bit of a joke was we get the best frankincense in the world. I went, "Oh, dear." I said, "That kind of makes sense then." Um, so the Catholics basically get the best of the best. My knowledge is very limited, so you're going to laugh. But what I was told many years ago is that it, there are certain places in Africa and the Arab worlds, and to get the real McCoy, the real beautiful, genuine, I don't know. I guess when you're looking at frankincense, you might start to chew it. Have you ever chewed it? I have. Um, yeah, yeah. Just be careful when you chew it. But yeah, you chew it, and I think it's all to do with impurities, really. So you get high grade, low grade, and I think the best grade is it's not like the yellow, but it's more of a green, and that's kind of like years ago when I started to try and figure out how to get it and to burn it and to see what it was like. And then I wanted to create some sticks. So I created these sticks, these incense sticks, which are frankincense incense sticks, and they're beautiful. Um, you have to be a little bit careful with them because they do tend to drop their, so you don't want to burn a carpet. Make sure you've got a good holder for it, so any of the residue doesn't fall onto the carpet and burn. Just as a side note, and also drinking it, just a little tiny bit. Put it into a pot and pour your water, and yeah, it's nice. If you, yes, I really like it. I love it. I've like So anyway, besides that, so I'm sat there meditating. So I wanted to get the best and the most purest form and the most sacred frankincense, cold press, of course, and food grade. And so I did. I got that, and I had it. And normally I'm very, very only a little bit here and there, but in quite a lot of my oils. But this was like, this is the new abundance oil. Put it in. So I ended up putting a lot in, and I realized part of me felt sad. Part of my mind, my mind felt sad because I've been so used to having the smell of ylang ylang in the abundance oil. Now it has the smell of ylang ylang with frankincense, but an overall smell of frankincense now. And I actually then started to use it, and I started to meditate, and funnily enough, certain things happened within a couple of days that made me smile and thought, wow, this does work really well. So I didn't feel so bad then. It felt really good. And as I was meditating with this oil, certain amazing things started to happen. And one of the things that started to happen with it was this abundant feeling of anything is possible. So, yeah, frankincense to me has um, a beautiful connection to the spirit world. Some people call it the connection to God. I call it the connection to the spirit world. So that kind of makes sense. It felt really, really nice. Um, I guess looking in the past, you could probably do some studying and you could find that I remember looking at nearly every ancient civilization, Romans, Egyptians, there were so many, Arab kings, um, Ja- Japan, Tibet, the Catholics, the monks, the Greeks. This has been used worldwide, so it's amazing. One of the things that I feel it does is it brings a lot of balance, restores a lot of balance to your energy. For me, it awakens the inner flame. Really, really awakens the inner flame. It awakens the passion. It awakens my passion. A lot of my clients said it really awakened them to like feel good. Like I said, great on the third eye, great on the throat. Breathing through the nose, this oil is incredible. Cleanses impurities, definitely does that. Helps with anxiety and depression. So it goes on and on. It clears fears, it clears worries, it clears negativity. So when you realize that this is a really a powerful tool, especially if you combine the most beautiful sacred frankincense, that, you know, using it, you find that you just sit down and you find that your space clears. It becomes a sacred space. It's incredible. So, yeah, I made the new batch. I'm extremely proud. Just leave them there. So let's test one, shall we? So I like to hold it in my hand first of all and feel the energy within the bottle, if there is anything there, if there's any feeling. Certainly, my mind now is starting to deflate. My chest is starting to expand. This is a good feeling. This is a really good feeling. This is how I test bottles before I even smell them. Okay, so I go into a shop so my stomach now is starting to like have sharp pains, which means that it's cleaning any blocks and issues in the stomach, which I know I need to cleanse my stomach because I've just come back from the UK and I ate some real poison that I tried to find natural food, but it was impossible. So yeah, um, that's gone now. That pain's gone. So this is a good feeling. Okay, good feeling. So that's the first part of call of knowing that this feels okay. Secondly, see how it drops because of the frankincense. It's a lot thicker. It's a lot thicker. You can't see it, but it's a lot thicker. So I'm going to take the test in my hand, breathe it through my nose. You can still smell a little sage. You can still smell ylang ylang, but there is an overwhelming smell of a beautiful frankincense that is coming through, and you can feel the cleansing and clearing and the parting of the head. It's almost like cracking it open and pulling it apart. So that's nice. That feels really good. And I could feel it in my eyes as well. My eyes are being like pulled apart. Everything's been pulled, like expanded. That's again good sign. It feels very peaceful and it feels very lovely. It's calming, it's clearing, it's detoxifying. I can feel it. I can feel it around my energy as well. I feel like I want to sleep as well. I feel like I want to just go into meditation, which is fantastic, really. It's I guess the word palatable, when I smell it, I want to smell it and it's good and I can feel the healing through my nose from the oil. So that's pretty good. 3 more drops and 3 drops, then like 3 drops goes a long way. So third eye, see what it feels like. And I always like to say, help me see the truth. It feels nice, feels brighter. So as I close my eyes, it's getting brighter and brighter. That's a good sign. Okay. Let me speak the truth. Feels warm on my throat. That's a good sign as well. Again, calming. It's really nice. It's really nice. So we're going to go behind the ears. So it's almost like my ears are being expanded. So that's also a good sign. And I can feel something happening behind my ears, like a clicking. So that's working. That's nice. And I just go to my heart. Just gonna maybe put a few more. Pushing the boat out. I didn't need to use this much, but wow, smells great. It really does match abundance now. There is a change, and that change is quite clearly we are in more of a darker state of consciousness than ever before. Years ago, it was far lighter. We were dealing with things which were far more simpler. And now we're dealing with far more issues in the world, more entities, more darkness, more problems, more Wi-Fi, so on. I don't want to say too much because this is going on to YouTube. So, but there's far more, let's say, toxic soup around. So it kind of makes sense that I was held back from just putting ylang ylang in and using frankincense. It makes perfect sense now that I've got it on and I feel it on. It feels perfect in the sense that this is the new moving up to a different level of cleansing, a different level of clearing, a different level of awakening, a different level of purification. It's everything that is creating the inner peace that we need now. So I really, really am happy. I have created about 300 bottles. So it's taken a while, but it's been lovely. I'm very happy with the result. That just feels great. It's different now, but it's meant to be different. So the original bottles, we have round about 50. If you really like the original bottles, then you will find that they are no longer on the website, but you can go to info@markbajerski.com, send a message to the girls and say, look, just like we did with the healing heartache oil, people, because we stopped that and we changed it to the golden heart oil. And so now you can do the same thing. If you want what's left of the bottles that we've got, then put your order in. But as from today, now, all the bottles that you will get is this brand new, beautiful energy, frequency, cleansing, clearing, and most of all, abundance energy that brings you to a new place of being, and so that you can walk freely on a path and things start to clear and you feel the abundance coming into your life in so many ways, the magic, the clearing of the bad luck, the karma, whatever you believe in, but all of that clears away to a new and beautiful path of happiness and joy and abundance. So really enjoyed this, really enjoyed this chat. And I hope you appreciate how I evolve with my oils. And it's as much as a surprise to me that this happened, because you've got to understand that over the years, it's always kind of been ylang ylang with a few added mix into the mix, but not too much. So this is a whole new energy now in this oil and a whole new different smell. And it kind of makes sense, right? The world is changing. And so the first of my oils, the abundance oils, has changed. And let's see. I'm wishing you all a lovely day. What I will do is, as an opening offer, I should do something, shouldn't I? So, look, I'm not going to change anything on the website. I don't want to ruin it for the girls and asking everybody because they're all busy enough as it is. But let's just say this: if there is a set of 3 oils on the website, okay, of the abundance oils, okay, I will ask the girls to add 1 more bottle as a free gift. Okay. So that will last for, what date are we on now? Friday, the 2nd of February. You know what? It's okay. I'll leave that offer up till the end of January. So the beginning of February, it ends. So you'll get a free bottle if you buy 3 bottles. Okay. So that would be my gift to you guys. I hope you appreciate that. And I hope you love this oil and work with it well. If you, just, I don't know if you want to give any feedback, but hey, this is my truth. This is what I feel I need to do. And a lot of people support the feeling that I get when I work with oils, incense, and crystals. So I hope you appreciate it. Don't feel too sad. If you like the older oil, just know that the older oil has served its purpose, and now this new oil is going to serve an even greater purpose in our life. And I'm going to love working with it. And it starts today. I think I shall do some meditation with some beautiful crystals. I've just got some more sits I need to work on for about another 20 minutes, and some Vivianite, about an hour. And then, I'm going to enjoy working with them with this beautiful abundance oil. And maybe, just maybe, I'll put some abundance into these crystals as well as what they do. So it's a nice idea. Yeah, feels right. All right, good stuff. Wishing you a lovely day. Thank you for going to markbajerski.com and trusting in my oils, incense, and every single crystal that I've worked on by my hand with love and pure energy healing. And I truly hope all of these beautiful tools have made a difference in your life one way or another. Have a most beautiful day, guys. Love you all. Until tomorrow, take care. Bye for now. Take care.